Skandia Cowes Week is never complete without the institution that is Cowes Radio, which has been going for over 20 years now. We caught up with some of the team to find out what it's all about.
Dick, another August, another Cowes Week. How long have you been doing this?
Another Cowes Week. This is actually well, it depends how you look at it. It's our 22nd birthday or 23rd year, but it's been a long time. Basically, it means I haven't sailed here for 23 years.
You've got an amazing listenership, haven't you, around the world? Where's the strangest place you've...
Well, we wanted an email from Vanuatu was it the New Caledonia, or they were the New Caledonian Islands, in the middle of the Pacific. And this week we got one, which is absolutely fabulous. I mean, we have Brisbane, Melbourne, places like Hong Kong, Singapore all the time, but Vanuatu, the ultimate.
As well as spectators tuning in for live commentary, many of the sailors use a concise sailing information to their advantage.
If Dick in the commentary boat goes to the windward mark, which they aren't at yet, and they listen for what the tide's doing, what the current's doing, what the wind's doing there, they'll have tactical advantage over perhaps some other boats that aren't listening to Cowes Radio. So Cowes Radio is almost required listening if you're a tactician.
Cowes Radio has been broadcast here for over 20 years. In that time, they must have seen some changes.
Two things have changed, I think, over the 20 years. One is the technical side. In the olden days, there wouldn't be computer screens in this studio. What there'd be instead is clunky big tape recorders and jingle playing machines and things like that. And literally, we were cutting up bits of tape with a razor blade and sticking it together with sellotape, doing our interviews in the old days. All that's completely out of the window now. Everything is lightweight equipment and it's all very digitally based. That's behind the scenes. I think the more important thing that's changed is the way the radio station has become actually embedded in the event. We've got the stamp of approval from the Cowes Combined Clubs, and perhaps more difficult to get was the stamp of approval from the Royal Yacht Squadron. That's why we're allowed, in the hallowed portals of the squadron to go and do our commentary from the platform.
This is a fantastic, exclusive commentary position we have. It took us a few years to get up here and for people to trust us and wonder what we were doing and so on. When we started, Dick was standing right down by the guns and getting engulfed in clouds of smoke. Then we were eventually invited up to stand on the roof of the library in all weathers up there, and after a few years standing up there we were invited down here, and it's great for us because we can get the very latest information from the race officers here, and of course it means that they can talk to people out there as well as the people on the shore to explain what's going to happen.
All macho and eclectic getting it on there too. Dutchman, a lot of swearing in Dutch as they come really crowded in. They've got to be an individual recall. Premier Flair must have been over. Runaway 2.
It's great fun. I mean, I find myself a bit embarrassed because people come up and they go, "Oh, it was fantastic," and all this, and I find it quite embarrassed because the other guys who run it, Roger and Steve and Chris Carnegie, they are professional broadcasters. They're on the BBC World Service. They have their own radio stations and all this, and I just pop in for the week, but they are the professionals and they're the guys who keep it all going.
And we're entirely funded by sponsorship advertising. No one else pays for it, and apart from us putting a lot of time and effort in on all our behalves, all the people that bring Cowes Radio to air, we do it almost for the love of it.
The guys who really did the work are the ones who are doing the engineering side, getting the licence, organising the relationship with the Cowes Combined Clubs, selling the advertising spots, all that kind of stuff. So if that works very well, then it's all ready for us to move into the league. Sorry. We're going to see exactly what is going on, and we'll check some of those results for you as they come through. Some of the early results that came through